All right, so where do I begin? So they don't teach you in sex ed that when you have sex with somebody, you are spiritually becoming one. You are spiritually um, marrying. So, um, you know, marriage, to marry, I should say, to marry means to take two things and put them into one vessel, or to take, one thing, put it in the other vessel. And now the two things are in one vessel. So when you have sex with somebody, you're taking your spirits and bringing them together. And now you're in a container. And that container is your womb. And um, this is something that might sound like really out there, but through my work of doing womb clearings, it is undeniably effective, so it has to be true. Like, that's just the only way that I can prove that what I'm saying is true, is the fact that I know that when I do the work, not just for myself, but for other women, there is definitive results, like almost instantaneously. Um, so this is something real, and I do want to say that it is even to the degree that not only are you creating this, or I guess holding this chalice for their spirit within your body, but you are also within that space is also every person that they've ever had a sexual experience with as well. So when you tap into your sexuality, when you are, that age where things start lighting up and, you don't really know what's going on, and maybe you're experimenting, whatever, all of that is, it's taken lightly. And, there's a degree of exploration that I think is healthy, but what I feel is pretty serious that they don't tell you, because nobody knows about this unless you actually receive the download and can do the clearing. Nobody knows that you're actually like taking on souls in your womb, like other people's energy into your body. And so I don't mean to say the entirety of their soul. It is an essence of their being that is embedded into your body, into your womb. And this affects you on so many levels. Mostly energetically, when you're trying to figure out like why your hormones are out of whack, or you're trying to figure out why you feel so depleted, or you're trying to figure out why you cannot maintain focus, and you've had all the things and you've tried everything and you still just like need to lay in bed and just recoup because you don't have the energy. All of these are signs that you need a womb clearing. And this is something that is helpful to do like regularly, like you're cleaning your house and sweeping your floor. And so you can do that with your womb too. And some people do womb clearings physically. I prefer to do womb clearings energetically. I think it's more effective energetically. I think the only person who should be in your womb is your beloved. And, you know, everyone has their own medicine or their own, I don't know. They have their own path on, you know, in which they heal, and it's different for everyone. But for me personally, that's just my belief. So yeah, let's get into it. Like, think about all the people that you have had a sexual experience with, even if it wasn't like a full penetration, even if it was just like messing around. If they've entered your womb, then they're there. They're basically there until you clear them out. And so this can get, you know, this can like definitely create a crowded room within your womb if you haven't done any kind of womb clearing. And so this is something that I feel like every woman needs. They need this in their life. They need, like, for the sake of your energy, not just like the level of energy that you can have every day and the level of focus that you can have every day, but also like what you're creating and what you're putting into the world. All of this is being affected by everyone who's imprinted in your womb. And so when you can do these clearings and you can do it regularly, then it allows you to create authentic work from within. Then the work that you're birthing doesn't look like something that your ex would do because they're still a part of your womb. If that makes any sense. Oh God. Okay, let's just get into it with exes, right? Okay. So the reason why doing womb clearings regularly is important is because the magnetism between people can be different. And so you could do a clearing, you know, once and clear someone who like didn't really affect you very much, but like, you know, they're definitely there. And maybe you just need to clear them once. But, you know, there could also be someone who like you really, truly, genuinely loved, or you really had this like powerful connection with, magnetism with, and they're really there, like they're really in there, and you clear them and then they come back. The magnetism, the energy imprint, it's like, how long has the energy been imprinted on your womb? How long has that been there, and what is the degree of magnetism? You know, and so with those people where it's just like that powerful connection, that it's gonna keep coming back because, you know, either it was there for so long or it was such a powerful connection that like you just need to keep it's just like when you do when you're working with your mind and you're doing biohacking and you're redirecting your neural pathways, and maybe you're correcting addictions or you're correcting habits, and your neural pathways want to keep going back, what I think it's the synapses, whatever, it just wants to keep going back to the way it was before because that's where it was most familiar. Muscles are like that, right? So if you keep doing something the same way, or the energy's flowing the same way all the time, it's gonna want to flow that way, and you can correct it once, but it can move back because that's just muscle memory, right? And so it's the same with the womb, and that magnetism can come back. You know, it's like that. I don't want to say magnetism in the sense of like maybe they're coming back because they're meant for you. No, it's like the memory is still there, and that pathway just keeps muscle memory. It just keeps reconnecting to that field even though you did a clearing. And so So yes, doing multiple clearings regularly is really helpful and can really help you. And I just want to share with you, you know, from my personal experience, the first time I did a womb clearing, the one thing that I felt so strongly was like a um, direct, like gift, I guess, I received from the clearing was the fact that I had received my focus. My focus came back. Like I was able to do work focused for way longer than I was able to do before. And I guess I just didn't realize that my energy was being pulled in all these different directions, and it's all unconscious. Like the person that you had a one night stand with, or maybe had a long-term relationship with, those people don't know that they have an imprint on your womb. They just do. And that spiritual connection is there, and they're actually siphoning energy from you unconsciously. The connection is there. You're sharing an energy field. And so by sharing your energy field, just like when you're sharing food with people, you're gonna have less food for you. Okay, so when you do the clearing, then you don't have to share your energetic food anymore. You can maintain that energy, or you can basically regroup your energy so that, you know, that energy is all for you now, as it should be. And so this is serious, you know, especially if you're like, you feel like you're so depressed and you're in a hole and you cannot focus and you cannot get yourself over a relationship. If you're just, you know, just like repeating patterns that you know are like an energetic signature of an ex. And then, you know, another story I want to share with you for, you know, just proof of results is a sister of mine that I had done a clearing for. It must have been like within the hour. It was so instant, but so we did the clearing together. I did it with her, and I told her as a disclaimer in the beginning, when you do this clearing, it is very possible that the people that you are clearing out might resurface in your life, because what is happening is you are cutting off their energy food, their energy source, and they are going to unconsciously try and reconnect. They're going to try and reconnect to you so that they can get that energy again. And with this particular sister, she, within the hour that we did the clearing, we closed up, her ex called her called her up, and it was, you know, it was just one of those moments where I was like, all right, I told you that was gonna happen, so here it is. And it's like, you just can't make up things like that. So yeah, so for anyone out there that feels like they are struggling to get over a relationship that is, you know, powerful, or maybe just just for any reason, you know, if it's hard, I highly suggest doing a womb clearing for anyone who is who has still maintained their chastity. I want you to know that that is such a gift, And I honor you so deeply for that ability and for your willingness and your wisdom to feel into the importance of doing that, because that is something that is rare these days, and darkness likes to laugh at that, and it's interesting. It's interesting what that delusion creates. But you can return to a space of purity by doing these womb clearings and by asking for your purity to be restored. So I hope this helps, and yeah, thanks again for tuning in. Mahalo, mahalo. For anyone who is interested in doing womb clearings, you are, more than welcome to contact me for doing womb clearings. There's so many people doing it out there. But if you resonate with my work, then I will leave my information below.